Friends, welcome again into my YouTube channel Study with Mukesh Raj, where we are dealing with the chapter linear equation in two variables, and today we are going to discuss on the topic of solving simultaneous equations, or these are also known as the simultaneous linear equations. And here today we will be discussing about the algebraic method. Basically, as we have discussed in the previous session, that the linear equation in two variables are also known as simultaneous equation. Reason behind this name is that since these equations consists of two different variables, and these two different variables are supposed to be solved in order to obtain a solution for both the variables. Let us consider that we are having variable x and y in two different equations. Since there are two different variables, and in order to obtain the solution of these two variables, we need two equations. That is why these equations are known as simultaneous equations. So let us not waste time and start discussing the algebraic method for solving the simultaneous linear equations. Now, in order to solve these linear equations, simultaneous linear equation, we have three different methods. The first method is substitution method, the second one is elimination method, and the third one is cross multiplication method. So before we switch on to the methods of solving the linear equation of simultaneousnality, I will just let you know, in today's session we are going to discuss the first two methods, that is substitution and the elimination, and in the coming session I will be discussing about the method of cross multiplication. So here I am having an example. I have taken an example so that you would be able to understand the solution of these linear equations in two variables, which are also known as simultaneous equation, with an example. It is better to understand with an example than to discuss about the steps. So in the meanwhile, I will write down to clarify the solution of the methods with the help of examples. So these are the equations. Let us talk about the substitution method. The first step that is supposed to be adapted in order to solve this equation is that we will be just expressing one of the equations of the given equations or expression in such a manner that I should obtain either the value of x or y. The first method or the first step is to express the equation in terms of one of the variables. Fine. So let us do that. Let me take this example. Let me take this equation as the first equation and this equation as the second equation. So I am going to express this equation in terms of y. So if I write y is equal to 7 minus 2x. Now what the next step is to put this equation y into the second equation. Now 4x minus 3y. Instead of I am going to put this value, that is 7 minus 2x, then plus 1 will give us 0. Now what we will do, we will solve this entire equation. Since you would be able to observe here that these equations consist of two variables. Now our motive is to convert this equation of two variables into an equation of one variable, so that after solving and rearranging the values from left hand side to right hand side, or from right hand side to left hand side, we would be able to rearrange and get the value for only one variable. So let us see. 4x minus 10x minus 21 plus 1 is equal to 0. So in the next step, I will be having 10x minus 20 is equal to 0. On further solution, if I keep the variable 10x on the left hand side, and if we put the value on the right hand side, then we would be able to find out the value for x. This is equal to 2. Now, after obtaining the value of x, what we will do is we will put this value of x into either equation, and then we can obtain the value for y. So let us say that I am going to put this value x is equal to 2 in this one. 2x plus y is equal to 7. So I am going to put x is equal to 2 into the equation. 2x plus y is equal to 7. See, now 2 multiplied by 2 plus y will give you a value equal to 7. So I can say that y will be equal to 7 and 2 multiplied by 2 it will be 4. So since here we are having a positive sign, and when if we change the side of the equality, it will get converted to minus sign. So here we will be having 4. And then finally I can say that the value of y is equal to 3. Hence, therefore, the solution of this two equation is x will be equal to 2 and y will be equal to 3. So this is the method. In this we can say that we have substituted the value of y into the another equation and obtained the values for x and y consecutively, and thus we have reached to a solution where we have obtained two values for two variables from these two equations, that is x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. So let us talk about the elimination method. Now we are going to talk about the elimination method, where we will be eliminating either of the variables, either the variable x or the variable y, by multiplying each of the equation with a quantity, and this multiplication of the quantity will help us to eliminate one of the variables from the existing equations, and thus we can find out the another variable. Then again we will follow the same steps where we will be substituting the values that has been obtained by the elimination. So let us not waste time and see. In order to eliminate, what we have to do is we will have to multiply one of the equations. Let us say I am multiplying equation number 1. I have taken the same example, the example which was used in the solution of the substitution method. I have taken the same example. So here what I am going to do is I am going to multiply equation 1 by 2. As a result, I will get a value 4x then plus 2y, and since here we are having plus 7 just after equal to sign, what I am going to do is I will just bring that equation, that value towards the left hand side of the equation, and it will become minus 14, and then the equation becomes 0. So let us assume that this is the equation number 3. Now remember one thing, that all the operations that are going to be performed will be performed between these two newly obtained equations. I am going to perform all the operations on these two newly formed equation, that is equation number 2 and equation number 3. Let us proceed. Now in order to eliminate, we will have to either subtract or I will have to either add. So in order to eliminate this, I am going to subtract equation 2 and equation 3. Okay, equation 2 and equation 2 and equation 3 is going to be subtracted. So in order to subtract, I am just changing the symbols of the values that are present here. So after this, I will just perform normal subtraction, where 4x plus 4x and plus minus 4x will get cancelled out, and as a result I will get a value 0. Now see, here also I am having a minus sign, and here also in the previous equation also we are having a minus sign. So minus and minus will get added, that means 3 plus 2 will become 5y with a negative sign. Is that okay? Now moving on to the next one. See, plus 14 and 1, it will be equal to plus 15. Fine, and then it will be 0 at the right hand side. So what we have to do is we will have to find out the value of y. Moving forward, I can write minus 5y is equal to minus 15. Since here we had a plus sign, when the equation or the constant is brought to the other side of the equal to sign, it will become a negative sign. So here if I take y is equal to minus 15 upon minus 5. So this will be equal to this plus minus will get cancelled, and as a result I will be getting a value for y is equal to 3. Now again, doing the same process, once we have obtained the value of y, so what I am going to do is, I will put y is equal to 3 in equation, whichever equation we can put, but we cannot put the value of y in equation number 3. Remember one thing, that the value that has been obtained for the variable will be put into the parent equation only. We cannot put that value into the multiplied equation. Fine. So putting this value in, say, equation number 2, I am going to put the value of y in equation number 2. So after putting the value, let's say 4x minus 3 into 3 plus 1 is equal to 0. So 4x minus 9 plus 1 will be equal to 0. 4x minus 8 will be equal to 0. 4x is equal to 8. X is equal to 8 by 2. That is equal to, 8 by 4, that is equal to 2. So as my dear friends, you might be remembering that the solution that we have done for x and y in the previous method, where we had solved for the method of substitution, we got the value for y equal to 3 and x equal to 2. Similarly, we have obtained the same value for the x variable and for the y variable. Now dear friends, you might be in a process of dilemma that why I have taken the same equation. It is just to make you understand that no matter what method do you adapt to get the solution for x and y, in either case you will be obtaining the same result, irrespective of the method that you would adapt to solve this equation. So that is all for today's session. Hope to see you in the next session with yet another topic of cross multiplication method. And do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel Study with Mukesh Raj, where study is fun and mathematics is made easy for you. So signing off for the day. Take care. Bye bye.